are going over to a new construction site that is being built by my friend and colleague, RJ Smith of RJ Smith Construction. We're gonna visit his personal house that he's building. He, by trade, is a high-end luxury market custom home builder, as well as does some speculative builds in conjunction with that. So we're gonna go and talk to him about what it's like taking it from a plan to reality, what are some of the things that cause delays, what the building process is like, what to look for in a contractor. It's a timely topic because a lot of people aren't finding the product already completed, and so they're either A, remodeling, or B, building their new house for themselves. More and more people are taking that on than before, and so hiring a contractor and stuff like that is very important. So we're gonna pull up here and go check out his personal house that's almost done, about 85% done. This is the ADU.
Luis, give me a minute, okay? We gotta shoot.
Okay, for sure.
Thanks. He knows the drill. We do it once a week.
Nice when we're here with the boss.
Right?
Except
when they just go right to cut something else.
Yeah.
Let's do it louder. Thanks. Take 5.
All right, so we're here with RJ Smith Construction. We're actually at your personal house.
Personal house. You're getting the first time tour.
Nice. Love it. Can't wait to see. We're in South Redondo. On Alberta. RJ is a huge fan. I don't know why, but just kidding. So you're gonna see a really cool house with an ocean view, with a yard, with a pool, and
pickleball.
A lot of cool pickleball court, a lot of cool features, and we're gonna go over some of the detail of what he's putting in here. We're gonna go over some of the details about what happens when you start building the house and where it differs from taking it from paper to reality. And then a couple areas of where you can splurge and where you can save money if you are trying to get the most out of your budget.
Try
Does
to.
that sound good?
Try to.
Yeah. How often do you stick to your budget?
For my house?
Yeah.
Even on my house, it's tough.
Is it?
Yeah,
Okay.
It's very tough because I've seen too many things and built too many things that you want every little thing in your house or something new that nobody has. So you're getting the sub to do what you want, and that takes longer just to figure it out. So there's a lot of little nuances. You'll see some of them today and some of them that are still to come.
So you build custom homes primarily.
Yep.
You also do some spec development.
Yep.
When you're advising your clients on building a home and budget, it's a good segue to, do you tell them, hey, I know this is our budget, but pad it for a certain amount? Is that a conversation?
We work a lot differently on our custom stuff than most GCs, where I've equated to people that run movies.
Okay.
You have your top of the end number. That's where we start.
Got it.
We don't start at the low end and then work our way up, because that way you know what your top end number is. There's always padding or fluff built in. We also have a contingency built into every project.
Got it.
The problem with me is that I have really great taste, and my great taste is expensive.
Right.
And we have to be smart about what we're doing. So we have to pick our moments that we stay with our clients. But a couple things we'll discuss and touch on today is making sure you have that padding, so when you do find a view, a cool little spot that you want to do something fun and unique, you have money to do it. You're not already strapped with your budget that you can't do.
Right. And please point out some of these areas that when we go through that you thought it was worth spending the extra money here.
There won't be a whole lot of areas that I won't be able to point that out. This is really cool, is our brick wall, which I wanted to do from day one, but kind of morphed into something more special. So you talk about trying to figure out how to spend your money. This was a $20,000 wall. The cool part was, I'm like, okay, I want the texture of the brick, and then I'm gonna paint it.
Right.
So in doing that, I don't need to get a fully expensive brick to do that. I wanted to get the right texture at the most cost-effective brick, but in doing it, I love this brick color, and we did a different white grout than what we normally do, and it turned out amazing.
If this was just a drywall wall,
Right.
it's a $20,000 difference in the budget.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things where I knew we wanted to do it.
Of course.
We had 10,000 allocated. We carried it all the way through down below just because there's so much.
Right.
I save a little bit of my paintings, so the delta's a little bit because we're not
Right.
painting this wall now. But to have this dramatic feature, it's going to be phenomenal. Those are probably 300-pound beams. This one in the middle is probably close to 700 pounds.
That's one big beam.
And then we use the same material. I had my guy make me, this is the dining room table. That'll go right here. We wanted the volume, we wanted the height. And as you know, in South Redondo, you could do a rooftop deck. We opted not to do that to get this volume and height.
And that's an example of some of the give and take in
Yeah.
the planning stage,
Yep.
where like if you had a roof deck, this would be one flat ceiling essentially.
Basically, over the kitchen would be
Right.
completely flat, and then I'd have to have another staircase going up here.
Right.
So our pantry and refrigerator, wine
Right.
unit, everything would get much smaller because we
Right.
wouldn't have the room for it.
But you obviously have an amazing view from
Right.
here.
Yep. So we're trying to make this our outdoor kind of hangout spot when it's nice out like today.
Right.
And this will be our covered patio when it's a little windy, so we can have the windows
Right.
there that we can open and close. So we can basically go out here, and this can all be completely blocked
Right.
from the elements, have the fireplace on, watch TV, and you're living the dream.
All right, I want to show them the other entertaining area in this house.
The bedroom? Yeah.
When do you come up with your cabinet plan?
Right away, as soon as
Is it
possible.
part of the actual
So
floor
basically,
plan
once
plan?
you get the floor plan going, besides picking out appliances and plumbing fixtures, the next step is getting going on cabinets.
Gotcha.
Because you want to be able to have cabinet drawings done for layout for the plumber, for
Right.
the electricians, for the tile guys,
Right.
prior to them starting the rough work. And then as you're finishing framing, everything should be signed off and cabinets should be in production. So once we put up drywall, we can put cabinets in where we need to.
Gotcha.
So that way we can start working on slabs, paint, all that kind of stuff.
I don't think most people know plumbing really dictates a lot of things, right? It's one of the first things you have to-
HVAC and plumbing are probably the two biggest things that people
Right.
don't understand how you have to deal with laying out my registers
Right.
for every single room to make sure they're centered. How does that affect my closet?
Right.
Laying out my fan for the shower for the steam unit. How does that be in line with the lights and the speaker to make everything in line? And the toughest part with that, as you know, is the ductwork.
Right.
That's twice as big as the register or the opening for what
Right.
I have. So yeah, you'll love this. It's a great story. So Robin and I were gone, and my mother-in-law came over with the kids, and they were putting this tile in, and we had already done the slab perimeter.
Right.
And she starts screaming at me. The tile went in backwards. She saw, because on the back side of this, it's smooth.
Right, right.
It's not polished. It's honed, but it's smooth.
Right.
And she thought, I said, no. We paid to
did
have
that on
this
purpose.
etching in here. So.
We want it to look unfinished.
Right. She's like, why would you do that? And I'm like,
Parents have a hard time
just let me
understanding.
finish it, and then you can ask your question.
Yeah. Let's go check the downstairs.
Let's check it out. Tell them to shut up.
Yeah, go yell at them.
Right. You, they're scared. And this is the tequila bar. Yeah, did you see? I don't know if you saw the floor.
Yeah,
Did you
it's
see this?
beautiful.
Yeah, cool, right? Into the tequila bar. For me, a lot of our concepts that we come with for our spec homes and sometimes with our custom stuff is from one image. So what started here was a couple inspiration shots, was for the floor and then the cabinetry, and then basically off of that created the entire room. And we do that on a lot of jobs where we'll find one little image and it just kind of snowballs into bigger stuff. So it went from flooring to cabinet to the cool tile to literally picking the furniture and the artwork. The light, everything has been very eclectic. You know, it really sets the stage for this room and how cool it's gonna be.
Is what you're doing here on the floor something that'll affect the budget?
Yeah, completely. And
Because it's the same material, right, as the regular hardwood?
it's the exact same. We cut it in half, so it's, to your point, more labor intensive. Material is basically the same.
Gotcha. But at the same time, it's not like you're doing this throughout the house.
Right, correct.
So
You're
this
picking your
really
moments.
sets this place
Yeah.
off, this room.
Like we talked about before,
Right.
kind of picking your moment. This was one room that I wasn't gonna waver on what we were doing.
Right.
No
You
one's
see
doing
yourself
this.
spending a lot of time
Right.
down
No
here.
one's doing this, and I wanted to. You know, this is gonna be, as you walk people through, they're gonna come down here and be like, "Whoa!" It's a
Yeah.
complete departure from the rest of the house.
Totally. Take us outside.
Let's do it. The big thing that we wanted back here was obviously to be able to utilize the space for a pickleball court, but also that the kids can have, you know, a play space.
Right.
So like we had before, and then the world's biggest jacuzzi. So You know, it only takes probably 2 hours to heat that thing, but
Yeah.
we had to do it.
What is typical of like technology you put in the house? Do you do lighting systems?
We're
stuff
doing
like that?
Control 4 for our audio, video, and security.
Okay.
And then this house is going to have a Lutron smart system for the lighting.
That is also a big budget difference
Huge.
maker.
Budgets for audio, video for us start at 30,000 and go to 300,000 to 650,000.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's crazy.
Just depends on a media room, to a
Right.
home theater, what security system you want, automated
Right.
shades, all that kind of stuff. I mean, all that stuff just kind of adds to the next level. But
Right.
you can do cost-effective stuff. I mean, our average stuff's anywhere $50,000 to $100,000, including all the equipment and TVs and shades, if you want to. It doesn't
And you can
have
have
to
a
be.
killer house
Yeah.
with killer systems.
Yeah.
How long does it take to plan a house, roughly?
Mm-hmm.
How long does it take to build a house these days in our area?
So basically, to get through the architect, to get through the city, right now is running the soonest you can do is 6 months, typically 8 to 10 months, depending on how quick you get your plans to the city.
Gotcha.
So that's Redondo, Hermosa, Manhattan. And then building process really depends on the size of the house.
Okay.
And then if you have shoring in the basement.
Gotcha.
So our kind of range is right around 14 months
Okay.
for the typical house we're building, 8,000 square feet to 4,200 square feet. So that type of range, you're looking about 14 months to about 18 months-ish. Again, depending on the scope of work.
So you can get it done in under
Oh, yeah.
the building under 2 years.
Yeah.
Year and a half.
Yeah,
is
our
realistic.
biggest thing for our company is that I don't like to be in a project that's more than 2 years.
Got it.
It's not
It's not worth it.
it's not worth it. The time, everybody,
Yeah.
loses it. We like to
Yeah.
go and be done.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep.
Well, this is going to be killer, man.
Cool.
I really appreciate your time.
Can't wait for you to enjoy it.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy.